This is my favorite time of year. Welcome to Office Hours. This is episode 99. And because Sto and I could not wait to get to episode 100, we're celebrating today. Woo!
Yeah. And that's the thing. It was funny when Nora brought it up during our meeting a couple weeks ago. At first, I was like, I guess, but then it's just like, why not? It's really that simple. And even before we get into our stuff, I definitely want to stress how important it is to celebrate your milestones, no matter like how quote big or small you deem them to be. And I do feel like we kind of get wrapped. It's so easy to get wrapped up in the numbers and the all this other crap, but just celebrate the fact that you were able to do this.
Well, and even like not the milestones, you could celebrate the 13th of something. You could celebrate doing 2 of, you know what I mean? Like sometimes the numbers, and y'all have heard me, like it's all made up. It's all social constructs, but we're like 100, like 2, as if these, like, celebrate the little things, the small wins. And if you don't already have one, and I don't mean to point my finger at people, but I highly recommend, sorry, y'all, I'm having an off day. I think everybody should have a Shine page. You should have a place where you, for yourself, celebrate all the wins. And whether it's like personal, interpersonal, it's professional, it's creative, it's someone said you look cute in your outfit today or complimented your name, whatever it is, like write it down, because especially in the world that we're living in today, and especially under capitalism, and especially under white supremacist patriarchy, our brains are constantly scanning for danger. So we forget the good and the celebratory and the wins, and we forget how fucking magical we are. And so having a place, and I really recommend like physically writing it down.
Right.
Having a place where you are writing down all the ways that you are shining and survive, just to survive in today's world, like, is a fucking accomplishment, let alone like thrive in one compartment of something. And so write it down. And when you hear the little monkey brain of doubt or anxiety or imposter feelings or discouragement or whatever it might be, you can go to that Shine page and fact check your brain, fact check those monkey thoughts and say, you know what? No, like the reality of this, look at how much I've done. Look at how much I've accomplished. And I do this like on a big scale. I have my Shine page, but I also, and this is helpful for when you're like, oh, I'm not being productive. I do a things I got done list where I write down, instead of a to-do list, I write down all the things that I did get done. And it includes things like I made my bed and I brushed my teeth and I made breakfast. And at the end of the day, you look at like, dang, I did a lot. Maybe I didn't do what I thought I was supposed to do, but I did a lot of fucking shit. And that's worth celebrating. So I just went on this whole tangent, but the point is we're celebrating 99 episodes. And hopefully while you celebrate us, you also celebrate yourself and all the things. And I would love for folks in the comments or in the chat, like, what are you celebrating? What are you proud of? Brag on yourself. Like, don't be shy about telling us if Office Hours has impacted you in any way, but also like, what are you proud of and celebrating in yourself? Because I want to gas you up too.
Yeah, and I think you really articulated it perfectly. It was like the point I was just trying to get at is like, it doesn't matter. Like, number one, it doesn't have to even be involved with music or art or whatever your goals are, like, long term, I guess. But it can literally be the simple stuff that we genuinely do forget about given the environment and what's going on outside and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I remember Nora suggesting the Shine page, a million years ago. And I was like, I'm never doing that. That's dumb. Like, it'll never do anything for me. And then I started doing it. And it really is. It really is. You're fact checking yourself. Like, every time you open that up, you're seeing things that you have actually done. Like, nobody can tell you otherwise. Like, it doesn't matter, Again, I feel like so many of us are wrapped up, myself included sometimes, in like social media and like, everything that we have going on right now, that it's really difficult sometimes to just take a beat, slow down, and just actually write down and give yourself some freaking grace for once.
I'm really proud of us. Can I just say? Like,
Yeah.
99 episodes. Both of us like really technology averse. Like, I guess I'm curious though, if you were doing a Shine page for office hours, what would you put on it?
I mean, my whole thing is just every episode, I think, is just was just another building block. Because I you know, I've done YouTube stuff before, and like, you know, I even remember I was like, okay, like, you know, maybe I should consider like actually like putting out videos and stuff. But it's a lot of work to run a YouTube channel. And so, you know, when you had first kind of approached with that idea, I was like, I don't know. But I also kind of knew, bless you,
Yeah.
that it was just something new that I should give a try. And, you know, why not just give it a shot? And if it quote didn't work, then whatever. But, you know, from what started as just like an Instagram live, I think that was the first time that we did it. And at the time, I don't even think you could save lives and stuff like that, if I'm remembering correctly. And so, you know, it was cool to see that, you know, and people were tuning in. That was the other thing. I was like, are people really going to tune in? And so, and then we just kept planning and expanding, and you know, we did a little bit of everything, and done stuff that I never thought that I would be doing. And so, you know, it's office hours has allowed me to just try a lot of new things that I'm not sure I would have tried otherwise, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I think that's really similar for me. It pushed me to really, really get out of my comfort zone. And as
Mm-hmm.
someone who feels it's taken me a long time to have to unlearn perfectionism. So to like, and that's why we started on
Exactly.
Instagram, was because it would disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I fucking hate being on camera. Like, what if I mess up? What if I look awkward? Like, what if my hair, you know, like all the things that I worry about. And I was like, well, at least it'll disappear. And that helped me get comfortable with, and I have like such bad anxiety. It helped me really get comfortable with like being the center of attention and putting myself out there in a form that's like going to live on the internet forever. And learning that it was okay to be imperfect. Like that. And then honestly,
that was a big one.
For you too, huh?
Yeah. Definitely. Because it's, you know, especially when in working in the music industry, let alone like the entertainment industry in general, like, you know, how many times do we see like, you know, oh my gosh, these music videos, and like, you know, even other people who kind of do what we do, like, you know, just clearly like just bigger budget, like, you know, you've seen all these cameras and all this other stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't know if we can do that. And I don't know if we're going to produce that to draw people in. But it's just like, it dead ass was not about any of that. And yeah, I mean, you can go through our channel. We've definitely messed up on air. We've definitely had intros where we're just busting out laughing mid intro. Just everything. And part of it was just realizing like, okay, like, yes, we are YouTubers, but like, and I think that was part of it too. I watch a lot of YouTube myself. And so I see, you know, okay, if you want to be boosted in the algorithm, you need to make sure that you're uploading every 12 hours, and it has to be this high quality, you know, just like, and it's just like, I was like, I'm kind of scared of that. But we really did just do our own thing, make this our own. And we, you know, and we've gotten way more views. I'm going to be honest about that. More views than I ever thought that we'd get.
You
And
say
that's
this every time. You're like, I didn't think we'd get to 100 subscribers. And then we reached 100 and you're like, I didn't think we'd get to 150. And then we like, you say this every time. And honestly, like, shout out to, we have over 700 subscribers.
all 704 of you, I believe now, right?
And like, it just makes me not that, and you know, like the vanity metrics don't matter, but I had a hard time being like, you know, and I have all this experience and I've done all this work to be like, I'm an expert, like to claim that felt funky at first, but people people subscribe and people watch and people tune in and people leave comments and people like DM me and say that episode really helped, or they send a message and they say, oh, like I learned a lot from this. Our don't spam people is like our most popular episode. People are like, I send this to people. And so the fact that something that we did and are doing resonated, and the fact that I think the way like you and I show up together resonated, that for me was really affirming, to be like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be so cure. And it's the same thing. We practice what we teach. Like it's literally what we tell y'all in all your episodes, in all the episodes. But like that felt, I'm not gonna lie, like it felt really good that people found value in what we're doing.
And that, you know, the chemistry piece I think is important, because like, well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're celebrating, so I'm going to say this. I can't tell you how many people, because of our chemistry on YouTube, think that me and Nora are together. I at least.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because I know you didn't want to. I'm so glad you actually are talking about this.
Well, it's just, I don't know. It's hilarious to me, because this is like, listen, I love Nora to death. Like, we are best friends. And we'll probably talk about this a little bit later too. Like, yeah, we've got 99 episodes, but like we've gone through a lot together, and it was not always pretty. And so the fact that we were able to, and we actually at the top of all of this, it didn't, you know, this wasn't about trying to pull in customers or trying to turn this into like some sort of YouTube empire. We had said from the top of this that no matter what, like we are friends, and we are going to make sure that like this doesn't like divide us or whatever. And like, again, like we've said this in previous episodes, that doesn't mean we were void of conflict by any means, but at the end of the day, it was like, well, we're still putting our friendship first, and so we can figure this stuff. And so like you know, me and Nora are the best of friends, and we talk a ton and stuff like that, and that's because we care about each other and whatnot. So but some of y'all in the DMs, like they'll be like, yo, I love this episode. You and Nora have really good chemistry. Like, how long have you been dating? And I'm like, wait, what? So it's just,
I'll tell you why that's so funny to me, because I like, first, y'all, Sto and I don't even live like in the same coast. We've literally only spent 2 or 3 hours together in real life, and that part of which he was interviewing me. So like that part blows my mind. But then I think it's funny because I don't get the dating stuff as much as you do. I think people really
right. You have mentioned that.
Feel comfortable saying that to you. What I get a lot of is like, this is Sto's show, or like the erasure of me. And you've seen, like, it literally says Nora and Sto in the title.
And I do that on purpose, damn it.
Like, Sto, that was a really good show you did. And I was
right. Okay, right. I see what you're saying, right.
Or like
that's crazy to me.
When we used to do on Twitter, what was it called? Spaces.
The Spaces.
And I would say something and they'd be like, Sto made a really good point. And I'd be like, the duality, like, and so I have to say, like, you're really good at being like what Nora said, or like to bring it back. But to me, like, these two things in combination are so funny. Like the way I get erased from office hours, but also people can only understand us together as like a couple. Like we must.
Yeah, like it just, I don't know, it just gives. And listen, this is no offense to people who have messed. Like I get it. Like I actually I don't. I'm lying. I don't get it. But like we've been at this for so long and stuff like that. And again, like friendship has always been at the top of whatever we're doing here. And so I also want to make it clear, like, office hours was Nora's idea. And to be completely honest, I was like 50% out, and she'll tell you straight up. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, because the idea of it was cool. And I was just like, oh, I don't know, a whole channel. Like we got to do it twice a week or twice a month and all this stuff. But she kind of was like, nah, we doing it. And here we are. And it's like, if you actually, like, we're celebrating 99 episodes, but if we really consider it between Instagram and Spaces and stuff like that, we probably have like 120, 130 like episodes of stuff out there. And so it's just, it's insane, like how far this has come, how much we've created, and we're not done.
You know what's funny is every episode I'm like, I gotta set up my computer. I gotta like do, like I gotta get ready. And when we used to be in the afternoons, I was like, I've just had a long day. I'm so tired. Now it's at like 9:00 my time. And I'm like, like, it's just, and tell me if y'all relate to this, because then every time, once I'm on, I'm like, I love this so much. And it's so fun, especially when we do like, sometimes I feel like we do episodes and we're in such a flow. Or when we're talking about like the mental health episodes are always really fun, or our housewives episodes are always really fun. And so like sometimes I'm like, and then I come on and I do it and we just like fall in this groove.
Nailed it.
And it's so fun. And it's so fun to like, and especially when, again, like people are commenting and engaging and respond, like, and that's why we did it as office hours, because I always thought it would be so fun to be a professor who had office hours, and the idea of like students coming and just talking and asking questions and like that kind of Socratic thing felt really exciting to me. And that was the idea behind office hours. And that's why we always say, like, if you have questions, drop it in the chat, let us know, we'll do an episode around it. It's why we've got a couple like live consults coming up and interactive sessions, especially as part of Dead Music Fest, which, by the way, is happening November 2nd in Atlanta. We have a week of virtual stuff, including some office hours events and a live stage in LA on November 8th. And I want to say, and I said it to you earlier, Sto, but I want to say it publicly. It's been so amazing because, we ask artists to submit to perform. It's this independent hip hop festival. And one of the questions we ask is, how did you hear about us? And consistently.
Oh, I didn't even know that was on the application. Damn.
Yeah, it's on the application. Like, how did you hear about us? And consistently people are like, Sto, big Sto, big Sto, 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 Sto. Which, one, I think speaks to like your influence, but two, makes me feel so supported. Like, I didn't ask you to do that. You just were like, I'm going to do it. And it's one of the things I really appreciate about both our working relationship and our friendship, is that I have never felt like and because Sto and I, like, we do the same thing. You consult, I consult. I have never once felt like we are competitive with each other. And I feel like you shine on me so brightly and I shine on you so brightly, and like we both win together. And so I wanted to say that publicly because it's made me feel so supportive, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're always doing so much out here, and Dead Music Fest is just such an easy lob. It's such a critical event, and it's been crazy. Even since we started office hours, it's grown a lot, and now it's It's now 3 weeks, 3 weeks long, I think, or something like that.
A week and a half.
Week and a half. Okay, but still, like, before it was just like a night or two, right? And so, now you're doing virtual events and stuff like that, which is absolutely genius. And so, it's events like these that need more shine and whatnot. And so, anything I can do to get it out there, I'm always willing to do. So pay attention, because even if you didn't get on this year and you're actively watching this, there will be another one next year. Now's the time to be getting prepared for that. Just saying.
I just want to, I don't know how long we need to just celebrate, but this just feels, maybe we keep it short and sweet, but I just want to Sto, love that we're doing this together. 99 fucking episodes. I didn't even think we'd get through 12. And it's honestly like years. How many years? Hold on. I'm going to go back. I'll tell you exactly how many years we've been doing this.
Didn't we start technically in 2020? Like June, April or May or something?
June 1st, 2019. I have a spreadsheet for everything. June 1st, 2019, we started office hours on Instagram.
Oh, and so we were doing this before the pandemic started. Wow. Oh, sheesh. And that's actually kind of crazy.
2020, our first episode was like an introduction and then getting started, identifying your niche. And then we jumped into it. Media blackouts, activism, and mental health was our fourth episode. Funding your projects, social media. Our eighth episode was virtual shows and performances. We talked about newsletters, mental health, NBA boycotts, and the power of platform. Like, we just...
You're kind of cooking. Hold on a minute.
Oh, we kind of jumped in. And y'all, like, I know 99 episodes is a lot. They're not designed to like be watched in order. They're probably, you don't even have to watch the whole thing. You can just start at some midpoint and pull out what you need. But I do encourage you, if you haven't, to kind of hop around or be like, oh, here's what I'm struggling with. We probably have an episode about it.
At this point, we really do, which is wild to say, because I remember when we had like even just the first 15, and I was like, we have a lot to cover, and I don't know if we can do this. And now here we are, literally, like, we probably do have a conversation on damn near every topic you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
And that's why even sometimes even the last couple meetings, we kind of struggle to come out like, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, yeah, yes. And it's also interesting to like to go back to some old episodes and then look at how much things have changed. Like our social media episodes would be completely like understanding Twitter. Like, you probably don't need to watch that.
It's obsolete pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so like the way things have changed, it's also this interesting like archive or time capsule of what the industry has been like over the last 5-6 years. Yeah, 2019, 6 years. Guys.
Fuck.
Y'all, I shouldn't say you guys. 99 episodes. Thank you for watching with us. Thank you for sharing it with your friends. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to thank you to everyone who has ever sent in a donation. Sto and I don't get paid for this.
Right.
But your little Cash App comes through, or your little Venmo, and I don't mean little in a dismissive way. Like honestly, $1 or $2, just
like that's
it's just appreciate. Yeah, like we're like woohoo. And so Sto and I are planning to get ourselves in the same city so we can like do some work and just also celebrate everything that we've done. So I just very genuinely like want to thank the community, because like y'all are who we do it for. And let us know what you need and how we can better support you, because 99 episodes. Woo!
Yeah, absolute fire. We appreciate all 704 of you for subscribing. I'll just close out by saying, Nora, I appreciate you for just believing in me to do something like this. You know, you already know how the industry is with how people be acting and stuff like that. And so, I think that's the last thing I'll mention here is that, two things actually, was that one, you just gave me the confidence to be able to do something like this, where I was like, I don't know if I can. That's one. But second, you've just helped me, one, get more organized. I use spreadsheets way too much now, unfortunately. But it has helped me like really actually get my shit together to an extent. And you've also helped me just believe in myself a bit more than I was beforehand. And so I will always appreciate that.
I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else. Y'all, watch more office hours. Reach out to us if you need anything. Drink some water, stretch. As always, fuck ICE, free Palestine, and continue to fight for our collective liberation. And that is the power
collective.
And that is the power of art and culture and music. And that's why at the core we do what we do. 99 episodes. Hope to see you for episode 100 and 101 and 102, and keep going until we're like, okay, we really don't have anything else to talk about. But until then, we'll be back every other Tuesday at 9:00 Pacific, 12 Eastern, live and direct, but also always available for the recap because nothing dies on the internet. See you, friends.
We're out. Peace,
Bye.
guys.